What is up, players? It's WarbossTae up in this mug. Welcome to day 4. This is the day 4 video of my May Painting Challenge 2016, and I wanted to show you my progress. This was all I was able to get done, and this was, again, work I did yesterday, long into the night. But the tricky thing was with these girls, these Amazons from the Freebooter's Fate game from Freebooter Miniatures. They were very finicky with the limbs. The joins are very small, so they're a little bit tough to get into. I've got the video rendering and uploading, so you'll be seeing that. But yeah, you see where the shoulder connects into the torso, where the head connects to the neck. The joint is very small, so getting that super glue in there is real tricky. But another thing that was unfortunate is they're so small that they're too small to really drill a pin into. So you really have to just kind of hold it with super glue and make sure that the joint is real strong. But the cool thing about these miniatures is that the bases come, the square metal on the bases comes separately from the plastic. The plastic has a little depression in the center. You put the glue in there, super glue in there, and then you slap on the metal base, and each one is different according to what the model is doing on top of it. So this one had 2 depressions for her feet, this one had 1 depression for her foot, this one had a small depression with some roots built around it for the little tree that she's standing on. Really beautiful miniatures. I've got a bunch more to unbox and show you guys, but these are just the first ones, and that's what I was able to get done yesterday. Now I have a little bit more of a idea how long it's going to take to do them. Am I on track for the rest of the week? I think I am. Here is, I showed a picture yesterday for my day 3 video, but I didn't show the, like a video version of my Strilek. So here he is. He looks great. His eyes have that Khal Drogo thing where they're kind of dark and rimmed, and you can't really see the eyes too much. The white pupil, or I'm sorry, the whites of his eyes were a little tough to paint, and I thought that I didn't want him to look all bug-eyed, so I darkened it. Looks like he's got some heavy eyeshadow, and that's okay because he's kind of like a mean-looking character. And so that is how he looks. The leather overcoat looks really, really good. Really happy with the way he came out. Again, oh, look at that gold. That gold is fantastic. Gotta say thanks again to my boy Mark for really giving me the link to eBay on how to buy or where to buy this. But you can. I also saw it at my hobby store back in Hawaii before I moved up. They had a bunch of these kind of like paints put together in a set. Didn't pick it up when I had the chance, but yeah, now I'm really glad that I was able to get it. And so thanks again, Mark. You really came through for me there, buddy, because otherwise I would have still been using the Games Workshop equivalents, and they just don't. I think these really look really, really good. So that kind of just goes to show how every day you learn something new. It kind of improves your method, and you build on the skills that you have, which I love about this hobby. Okay, what else have I been doing to finish my week 1 objective? I finished base coating and washing the rest of these Strileks. I haven't gotten to my second Wild Warrior yet, but they look much better with the washes. I can really tell where the shadows and where everything needs to go and where the highlights need to pop out. So yeah, these models are just beautiful. Cyborg really makes some beautiful pieces there. You saw that I've got my team here, my Guild Ball team. They are ready to get primed. They're all ready. So the thing I'm waiting to prime them for is I have some more Amazon's Fate to prime and or to unbox before I prime. And I've also got some sideboard things. I've got those 3 Boyer captains. I've got a Strilek lieutenant or an officer that's holding 2 pistols, and I've got that cave bear. So I want to show those off in unboxing videos. I've got a bunch more Amazons from Freebooter's Fate to unbox, and I've already primed my high elves, my wood elves, and my Skaven, high elves and Skaven from the Island of Blood, and the wood elves from the battalion. So this is a huge challenge, and I'm going big, you guys, because if I'm going to fail, I want to fail big. I'm going to do it in the challenge. We'll see how crazy it gets. I totally forgot I have a trip this weekend with the lady boss and her family, so I know I'm not going to get too much done, which is why I'm going to change my my oath of moment. I'm going to change my commitment level. There's no way I can put in enough time to base coat and wash everything that I have, but what I want to do is build everything and prime them, get them primed, and at least get started on the base coat. So that's my new commitment for the end of week 1. And some of you might have already seen my fluff. It's on the WarbossTae 2016 Google Drive documents, and it's pretty fun. I like the idea of a fluffy kind of something to motivate you that has nothing to do with my challenge, because my challenge is, as you can see, all over the place. Something else I'm doing for Guild Ball is I'm making a goal post or something like that. I have to double check what the client actually what it's supposed to be, but I'm using this from the old Warhammer Giant kit, and I'm gonna write Masons there. And I'm thinking I've got some bricks lying around from a modeling company, so I'm gonna decorate the base a little bit with it and then build that up. It's a 40mm base. I believe it's 40mm. They're the Terminator sized ones. I think that's right. And I think it's gonna look pretty cool. So it's gonna go with the rest of the Masons Guild commission. And what else did I want to say? I think that's it. Let's get to the question of the day, because we're already running a little bit long. I apologize. There's just so much to talk about. My favorite tool that I use is this. Not the camera. The camera is interchangeable. You can even, I could use my iPhone and put on a clamp to hold the iPhone and use the tripod like that. But this is my favorite tool of the moment. It is a desktop tripod. And basically you put your camera on it and then you've got 2 hands and I can work on the models. The finicky thing is the camera that I'm using has the little viewfinder there in the back. So I can flip it open and see my work. Before, I would have to actually peek over every once in a while and make sure that I was in focus, and doing this over and over really kind of killed it for me. So the new camera is really good in that it has that flip open viewfinder. But yeah, getting a desktop tripod is going to save you guys a lot of hassle with holding a phone like I am right now, or holding a camera. When I first started in this world of YouTube video production, I had a flip camera that I kind of held in my hand. And sometimes my thumb would go over the microphone, and it was really blurry and shaky, and it was just bad times. So this is how I do all of my tutorials, and this it's like I said, it's a huge help. So get one if you can. If you record mostly off of an iPhone, then just get one of the little iPhone attachments or clamps, and it'll screw right in, and then you clamp your iPhone into the holder there. The second best tool, I want to do 2 for you guys today because I'm making a new one, is this piece of cork. For all of my videos, my tutorials, I try to use this piece of cork because it really saves my hands. Some of you might know I mentioned in a couple of videos that I used to paint all of my orcs and goblins holding the base like this. It's terrible, terrible for your hands. It does real bad long-term like nerve damage. I feel like my hand doesn't grip the way it used to because I painted like hundreds of night goblins holding it like this, and then like my hand would tense while I'm going in with my brush on the right hand, and then I like turn it around, and like you're doing just all sorts of bad things to the muscles in your hands. So thanks to Girl Painting, who is like one of my heroes in YouTube, she told me about this, and it's basically just like a cork you can get from any hobby store or craft store. Maybe not a hobby store, but definitely like an arts and crafts store. In America, we have Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Ben Franklin, a bunch of arts and crafts stores that would have these. It's basically just a giant piece of cork. Then, on the back, put one of these. Poster tack, reusable poster tack. All you need is a little bit. You just tear it right off the edge and slap it on. The reason we use poster tack is because it's you can, the thing says that you can reuse it. As soon as you're done painting a model, you can pop it off. That's what all this is. It's poster tack that's just gotten hard over the many long years. Look at all of the battle scars this weapon of mine, this trusty piece of equipment has accrued. And yeah, it's great. You just stick your guy on it, and then you don't have to worry about your hands cramping, about doing any long-term damage. Like, I feel really relaxed when I'm holding it. Oh my gosh, we're almost 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, but you guys keep posting, post your videos, post your fluff. Alternative Artist just posted up a terrific piece about her party. Love reading about Alvera, Clyde, and Bob, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys all that are taking the Lore Master level of the challenge put into that as well. So great work on YouTube, on the Google group, on My Wargaming Life. I've got all the links down below, so definitely join us there if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next video.